Good day and welcome to the dining room table. More DNA sampling is needed at the border, says FBI Director Ray. Subscribe. Here is FBI Director Ray. He's testifying in front of the House budget meeting with Chairman Rogers, and he is being asked about DNA test sampling done at the border to migrants who are coming in. Let's listen.
Think you're rightly putting your finger on is such an important part of it. And that's why, for example, we have, as a trying to be good partners with DHS, we have been providing them with DNA kits that then our lab is the one who would then test, and it has proven to be critical in identifying murderers, rapists, and all sorts of dangerous individuals.
But you have a shortfall, right? You have a backlog.
And we have a backlog, and that backlog, because of the sheer volume at the border, with the volume people coming across, the volume of the need for samples has gone skyrocketing as well. So there's a backlog, and the backlog should be of concern to all of us.
Do you think it would be appropriate or would address this national security risk, as you say, if we were to ensure that these individuals would not be released until their identification is complete?
Well, certainly, I think that's something we should be taking a look at. I mean, that gets into sort of DHS's authority, so I'm a little reluctant to, given the sheer number of things that are on our plate, before I start weighing in on what should be on somebody else's plate. But I will tell you that we have any number of instances where somebody who is of concern, where there wasn't adequate biometrics or other identification information at the time they came across, then later information is found that highlights why they're of concern. And then it's the FBI and our partners who have to then go try to find the person, take whatever action we can to disrupt the threat that that person poses. So,
okay, rather than ask if it
Yeah.
should be mandated, let me ask it this way. Would it improve security at our border to ensure that only those who have been properly identified are released into the country?
at least as I sit here right now, I don't see how that couldn't help.
Okay. Thank you.
We find a lot of times somebody then tries to re-enter the country. They're deported, as they should have been, but then they try to re-enter. And because we have and they may come across, in some other way, and they turn up somewhere else because we have the DNA sample. Yeah.
Assumedly, by doing DNA testing on all people entering the country at the border, is to be able to find criminals among the lot. And comparing the DNA test sample of that person against the national criminal records, has that been effective? Have we caught criminals that way?
Absolutely. It's two-pronged. And the people who courts try to illegally re-enter the country are also committing a crime. But I think the point you're getting at is a very important one, which is that this authority and the funding that this subcommittee has given us over the years on this has enabled us to identify, rapists, murderers, and any number of other dangerous criminals and crimes around the country. And so the DNA collection and the testing and the timely testing is critical to solving sometimes very heinous crimes here in the United States.
Well, in the 24